Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to work on a Mercedes. This is an ML, so we're going to do a transmission service. And on this service, you guys can see is all leaking all over this area, and this pan is getting really old for whatever reason it is. It's too much rust. So we're going to remove our valve body and conductor plate. So first things first, I'm going to tell you guys is to you get your something to drain your transmission fluid on, and then once you get it, and then you come right here, and then you get an E7. This is an Allen key 7, and then once you get it, you open here, you drain the transmission, and then I'll show you some trick of how to drain everything out. So let's begin. So there's going to be an Allen key 6. So what you do is just like right here is Allen key 6. So what you do, you just come right over here, and then you put your Allen key all the way, and then sometimes you might have like, then you just can open it just like that. So once like that, you just break it off, and then you can just open with your arm. So make sure you have something to catch the oil, and then transmission oil, and then you can just come right here, then you can just open like that, and then just like that. No wonder why you have a problem with the transmission, because there is no fluid at all. So I'm going to show you guys how to drain maybe whatever fluid remain inside. So you get a flat Phillips, just a small flat Phillips, and then you can insert it over there, and then you can just push it like that. There's kind of like a guide in there. Sometimes it holds some oil, and then let me show you how this is done. So you come like that, you just take your flat Phillips, and then you can push like that, and then this thing is going to remove a guide inside, and then this oil is going to come. So literally this oil really looks too dirty. It is very dirty for transmission fluid. So you let everything drain out, and then once it's out of right there, and then we know the amount of transmission in the pan is going to be low, so we can be able to open all round, and then we can get it out. But before doing that, let's get the tools which you're going to need for this procedure. Alright, let me show you these tools. So you're going to need an E10. It's going to look like this. Also, you're going to need a torque study. It's something like this. It's a torque study. It looks like this on the top. So like I mentioned earlier on, the thing which is inside here, some people forget it, and then sometimes when they open this and the fluid doesn't come out, they might think it's empty, but sometimes there's some layer which is going to be right there. Once that is done, you can just return that for the meantime to hold the fluid, and then you can start disconnecting this right here. It's from right over here, and then right over here you just disconnect this. It comes like that, and then just like that. We remove this oxygen sensor connectors from right over here, right like that, and then the same goes to this side here, and then we can just remove this, because we're going to open this right here holding this bracket, and then once that is done, we're going to take out this bracket from right over here, and then there's one bolt right over there. I don't know if you guys can see. We're going to take it out just behind right there, and this bracket is going to come out. So you don't really need to disconnect these oxygen sensors. You just put them on the side, just push like that, as long as you have enough space. You just take this out, just take it down like that, out of there, and then guys, finally you have to take this right over here. So once you remove this, this is going to show the connector, and then we take out the connector, and then this thing is going to come out. So to take out the bracket, you just take an E10. So once you get an E10, you remove it, but sometimes this is going to be a torque 30. So if this one comes like that, and then our bracket should be able to just come from right over there like that, and then you can just get it out. So apparently the bolt which is over there is broken, so it can't hold anything. So what you're going to do, you're just going to wiggle it around, and then let this bracket come out like this. Then once this bracket is out, you can put it on the side. Once out of the way, you just come here, open this right here like that, and it come out. Before you do that, you just take out this connector, this plate, just pull like that, and then you just let it come out like that. Alright. And then because you're going to remove our valve body, you just disconnect this connector right here. You just pull it like that. So what you do, you just push right over here, and then like that, and you pull it back. Just think you lose enough from right here. Right, you can push it on the side. Alright. So you're gonna open around this E10s. So I've already opened here, so I just take this one out. This one comes out. So put in mind, this one with an extended tail like this, or an extended section, is always next to this right over here. The rest are going to look like this. Second one right here just looks like that. And also the middle one, I just open a little bit. I normally let this to be the last ones, these two, just a little bit, and then the last ones, this is the one I'm concentrating on. So I normally take first, so you just come right over here. Alright, you just take that one out, and then to this side. Alright, so normally it just leaks from here, because once you open it, make sure you have something to catch the fluid from low right here. So you come right over here, you open like that, and then you let the oil flow from one side, and then until when you find out that it's a bit less. And then at this point, because there's only going to be one bolt holding, you can have someone hold it for you, or you can do it because I'm holding the camera. So I'll have to hold it, remove it slowly, and then just like that, let it come out, and then let it just come out like that, and then you can pour it down right over here. So you just pour everything down just like that. Everything down, everything down. Alright, once it's out of the way, you can remove your filter. So those ones who want to know how to remove the filter, you just be careful. Normally it has some fluid coming from where I want to remove it. There's a lot of fluid is going to flow out, so you just be careful. Just wiggle it around like that. Just do like that, slowly. Eventually it's going to come out from here, and then some fluid is going to come out because it's still holding some a little bit up there. And then once that is done, so this is what the filter will look like. And then if you want to see how the content is how it shows you how dirty the filter is. This small opening right here on the filter. So once that is done, so also something important right here, we have two magnets. They normally hold kind of like metal shaving. So if your car has a lot of shavings like this, that means the wear is your transmission is wearing. This almost looks normal, but it's a bit too much. It's not supposed to be like this. Yeah, it's almost normal. So literally what you do, you just clean them if you want to, because normally the new ones don't come with it. You clean this, then you put it back on the new transmission oil pan. So once that is done, you come right here. So to get out this valve body from here, you remove this ball right here, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and then remove the 6 right here. And then you come right here, you remove this one, 1 right here, 2 right here, 3 right here, and then last one is 4. And then this valve body is transmission valve body is going to come out. And something else, later on I'll show you guys how to put this one. Once you're installing back, make sure this one, like right here, this yellow thing is going to align to that metal thing when you're installing later on. If it doesn't align, it will give you a hard time to get in. Alright, let's do the work of removal. So let me get, it is a Torx 30, is a Torx 30. Let's begin. So you get your Torx 30 just like me, and then you just open this just like that. these bolts are all the same, so you can let them fall down. Is the second one, and then the third one is right here. So I normally like just taking this one like all the way, and then the fourth one right here, you just break like that, and the fifth one is just right over here, just stay like that. And then this one we just open just a little bit, just like that. This is going to hold as a holding place for us, so don't forget about this later on. It's going to hold us. And then you just come to this side, you can lay down, fall down. Second one, third one, fourth one, and then this is the last one. So when you do that, you can see already some oil is spilling from here, so it tells you all these balls are out. So I'm going to remove this from this side. You just come over here like this, just remove slowly. So at this point, if you have somebody, this thing is really heavy, you let someone help you out. So when you open it, let it come slowly. All right, I'm gonna have somebody help me out right here. So I'm going along to remove this last one. This is out, and then I remove the last one, which was right here. Once that is done, I'm going to lower this thing slowly, and then pay attention to right here. I'm going to show you something else. You have to remove this thing before taking everything out. Let me show you how to do that. So earlier on when I was showing you guys, when I pulled in right here from the drain plug, and then more oil came in. So this thing normally is supposed to sit over here like this. So when you see like this, so the oil is not, transmission oil is not going to come like this unless it goes over this level. So when I pull it from below, so I remove this like this, so all the fluid which was here had to come out. So this thing is important. When you're installing back, don't forget to put it in, because it's going to be helpful to tell you the level of your transmission fluid. So this is where the trick is. Our transmission right here, you see that kind of like connector. So you make sure you remove all these bolts on this side, and then make sure the other ones is loosened up so that you can pry it out slowly. You just pry like that. So sometimes this thing is sometimes it breaks, so make sure once it comes loose like that, because I can see it's loose from the top right there, you know. And then you can now remove the transmission thing, but sometimes it doesn't come like that. It might break that connector, and then you'll have to get a new conductor plate, which is so crazy. It's a lot of money. So take your time when you're removing it out. So you just put it like that. So I see already it's playing around from the top, if you guys can see. So let me remove this kind of a Tox 30. So I remove this like this, so you guys can see my connector is coming through. Let me show you. I've opened the last one over here, and then I'll open this one right over here, and then I'll just lower this thing slowly, and then this thing should come like this. So pay attention, just let it come slowly like that. Let it come slowly, just like that. So your transmission valve body is supposed to come like that. So this is how it looks like. You have all these solenoids on top right here, and then this is the important part I was telling you guys, that you have to make sure that it comes without a problem, because normally once it snaps from here, you have to get a new conductor plate. So to avoid that, you do that. And lastly, this is how our transmission from the inside looks like. So make sure when you're putting back, put some grease right over here, so this thing can slide in without a problem, like clean the area, and then it should be good to go. So at this point, I'm going on to service my valve body, and then I'll do the necessary, and then once I'm done, I can put back the new one, and then I can clean all this area. This fluid really looks dirty, and then once I finish, I put back all my fluid and stuff, and then once that is done, I put everything in reverse. So for those who need the part of the knee number, so I'm using a Fabi. So Fabi is the part number. This is for transmission filter. So if anybody needs, that's the part number right there. And then once you have it, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is how the new one looks like. You see, even you can see from inside there, looks pretty nice and new. Alright, right there. So we have our transmission gasket. That's a part number. Those guys who want to get one, that's for me. And then I finally bought an oil pan. So for those ones who want the information about the oil pan, it's just right over there. Oh my god, it's upside down. So it's just right over here as a part number for the transmission oil pan. And then, like before, as I told you, don't forget to include the stuff, the guide, which is going to be right over here, and then put some magnets over here to trap some metal shavings. And then once you are done, you're good to go. You can install it back. One more last thing, I just forgot a transmission fluid I'm using. This is a Fabi. So those ones who want it, is how it looks like. It's a Fabi Wilson. It's an automatic transmission fluid, and that's how it looks like. For those who want to remove the valve body, is how you're going to do the conductor plate. You remove this right over here, this right over here, and remove right over here, right over here, and you remove right over here, and then remove this and this. I think somebody changed this thing. The bolts are supposed to look like this right here, not like this over here. And then finally, something very important, this one right here. Don't forget to put it back when you're installing the new one. Make sure this thing is facing up like that. So once you're done with that, this thing should stay like this, and then once you install it in a nice way. Then don't forget to remove this and this right over here and this right over here. And then there's something special right here. When you're pulling it out, make sure you just push it from right here. This thing is kind of like a hook. Let me show you how it looks like. So this hook is going to be hooking from right here, so don't break it, just take it like that. You slide it, come from this side, and this thing should be able to come out like that without a problem. Alright, so finally you clean your new magnets. You put right there, and then you just put your new seal and your new oil pan. So you don't need to redo this for other people. If your pan is good, you don't need to do that. And then don't forget this one right here, you snap it in, and then it's time for putting it back. Alright, I hope this really was helpful to you, and please, if you have any question, you can leave in the comment section. I'll be very glad to help. If you're new to the channel, you can go along and subscribe for more cool content like this, and then see you in the next video.